Welcome to the deep dive. You're joining us as we explore something that's really evolving fast and becoming, well, a core part of our world. Artificial intelligence in 2025.
Absolutely. It's moving so quickly.
We've got a really insightful resource we're drawing from today. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Artificial Intelligence AI in 2025, Why It Matters, and How to Use It Effectively.
A great guide, yeah. Really comprehensive.
Our goal here is basically to pull out the key understandings from this guide to help you grasp the AI landscape of 2025 and see how it's increasingly relevant to, your daily life and your potential.
Right, because it's really moved past the sci-fi stage.
Exactly. Forget the science fiction for a moment. AI is here. It's a driving force behind innovation. It's boosting how efficiently things get done. And it's a significant player in economic growth.
For sure. It's fundamental now.
So let's get into it, because understanding AI now isn't just like a nice to have. It's becoming essential for staying competitive, working smarter, and even making your personal life run a bit more smoothly.
It truly is remarkable how quickly AI has shifted from, theory to real-world application. As this guide emphasizes, in 2025, AI is really transitioning from being just another tool to becoming a true engine of progress.
Engine of progress. I like that.
Yeah. So to properly understand its impact on you, let's start by defining what we actually mean by AI.
Okay, yeah, let's break that down. According to the guide, at its heart, AI refers to machines that can perform tasks that, well, traditionally require human intelligence. Things like the ability to learn new information, to reason through problems, find effective solutions, understand and process human language, and even recognize images and patterns.
Precisely. And the guide breaks down the fundamental concepts behind these capabilities. So you've got machine learning,
Right.
where algorithms actually get better as they see more data. They learn from experience, basically.
Yeah.
Then there's reasoning, which involves algorithms that can make logical decisions based on the info they have. Problem solving uses optimization models to find the, best solutions.
Most efficient path, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, natural language processing, NLP, which lets machines understand human language, spoken and written.
Super important for interaction.
Totally. And lastly, computer vision gives AI the ability to interpret the visual world, to see and make sense of images, patterns.
So it's like a whole suite of intelligent capabilities you can apply. The guide also helps us understand the different types of AI we're likely seeing in 2025. The main one is what they call narrow AI or weak AI.
That's the key one right now.
These are systems that are really good at one specific task. Think ChatGPT for text, or Siri as an assistant, or even like Tesla's autopilot system. Amazing at what they do, but very focused.
That focus is, a key characteristic of AI today in 2025. Beyond that, the guide talks about general AI or strong AI.
The hypothetical stuff.
Right, the idea of an AI with human-level reasoning across, all tasks. That's still theoretical for now.
Definitely.
And even further out is super AI, which would, in theory, surpass human intelligence completely.
Okay, so future possibilities there. But the guide also highlights the core AI technologies that are driving the progress we are seeing in 2025.
Yes, the building blocks.
We're talking machine learning, which, as you said, lets systems learn from data. A practical example they give is recommendation systems. How Spotify suggests music based on what you listen to.
Exactly, a perfect example. And building on that is deep learning, which uses these complex neural networks. What's really important here is its role empowering more advanced stuff, like a really accurate image and speech recognition.
Like telling different cat broods apart, not just spotting a cat.
Precisely. That level of detail often comes from deep learning.
Then there's NLP, natural language processing. That's behind the chatbots that actually sound, well, more natural now.
And translation tools, voice assistants.
Right.
And computer vision is getting way more advanced, too. It's not just basic facial recognition anymore. It's being used in medical imaging, helping doctors spot tiny things in scans.
Crucial stuff.
And, of course, enabling self-driving cars to see and understand their surroundings constantly.
And we can't forget generative AI. This is where things get, well, really interesting, I think.
Definitely captures the imagination.
This type of AI can actually create totally new content, text, images, music, even video. ChatGPT and Midjourney are probably the best-known examples right now.
Yeah, they're really pushing boundaries. So, with all these technologies getting better and more connected, it brings us to the big question. Why should you, our listener, really care about AI in 2025? The guide lays out some strong reasons.
Absolutely. Let's start with the economy. Its impact is huge and growing. We're seeing more automation and efficiency everywhere: manufacturing, customer service, logistics. It's cutting costs.
Right, streamlining operations. The guide points out even small businesses can use AI to automate repetitive stuff, freeing up people for, more strategic thinking.
And it's not just about saving money. Think about data-driven decision-making. Businesses are using AI to analyze massive amounts of data to spot trends, predict what customers might do.
Make smarter choices, basically.
Exactly. That ability to pull real insights from data, that's becoming a major edge.
It really is.
Now, there's always the concern about jobs, and the guide tackles that. While AI will automate some tasks, no doubt, it's also creating a lot of new jobs.
That's a crucial point.
We're seeing demand for AI and machine learning engineers, obviously, but also roles like AI ethics consultants, which sounds fascinating, right? Focusing on using AI responsibly.
Very important field emerging.
And even prompt engineers, people who specialize in writing the instructions for these AI models to get the best results.
So it's shifting the landscape, not just removing jobs. Thinking about how AI is actually weaving into our daily lives in 2025, what examples from the guide really struck you?
Healthcare is a big one. AI is already helping diagnose diseases, personalize treatments based on individual data, and even speed up the super complex process of drug discovery.
Incredible potential there.
Yeah, the guide mentions AI analyzing medical images with amazing accuracy, sometimes even better than humans at catching early signs of disease.
And in finance, AI is becoming essential for catching fraud faster, giving personalized advice through robo-advisors, and running complex trading strategies.
Right, the speed factor.
Yeah, these AI systems can process market data way faster than any human could.
Education's changing too. Imagine AI tutors that adapt to your learning speed, your style, offering really personalized help.
Tailored learning, yeah. The guide highlights how AI can pinpoint where a student's struggling and offer specific support.
And even entertainment. AI is generating music, helping write scripts, creating those sometimes controversial deepfake videos.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. But the guide notes the potential for AI to make content creation more accessible, letting more people bring ideas to life without needing deep tech skills.
So it's clear AI's influence is, well, everywhere. This leads us to career opportunities and, future-proofing your skills.
Definitely.
The guide lists those high-demand jobs: AML engineers, data scientists, AI ethics consultants, that interesting new area, and prompt engineers who are becoming key for actually using advanced AI well.
And it's really important to stress, it's not just about those super technical roles. The guide emphasizes that some level of AI literacy is becoming vital even for people in fields like marketing, healthcare, law.
Pretty much everyone needs some basic understanding now.
Exactly. To stay effective, you need to know how AI can be used in your field and how to work alongside these tools.
Okay, so we get what AI is, why it's a big deal in 2025. Now, how can people actually use it effectively? The guide has some really practical stuff here.
Yeah, it gets down to brass tacks. It starts with AI for personal productivity, which is, immediately useful for everyone. Think about using smart assistants like Google Gemini or ChatGPT.
Right, the everyday stuff.
They can help automate things like drafting emails, managing your schedule better, even doing research way faster than you could manually.
And for lifelong learners, AI-powered learning tools are getting really good. The guide points to things like Khan Academy's AI tutor, that personalized education we mentioned, adapting just for you.
Tailoring the learning path, yeah. And even in health and fitness, AI is showing up. You've got AI wearables, tracking vitals, analyzing activity, suggesting personalized workout or nutrition plans.
Using your own data to guide you.
Exactly. Now, for business folks or entrepreneurs listening, AI offers a ton.
Yeah, what about for them?
In marketing and sales, AI chatbots like Intercom or Drift can offer 24/7 customer support, handling common questions, which frees up human agents for trickier issues.
That makes sense. And content
A
creation.
good impact there. Tools like Jasper for writing, Runway for video editing, they're seriously speeding up production. Businesses, individuals, they can create more faster.
Helps with everything from first drafts to polishing things up.
Totally. Supply chain optimization is another big one. AI helps predict demand better, optimizes logistics, leading to less waste, more efficiency.
Analyzing all that data to avoid disruptions.
Exactly. The guide gives examples of algorithms doing just that. What's also really fascinating is AI's growing role in creative fields.
Right. This isn't just about spreadsheets.
Not at all. The guide talks about writing and journalism AI, helping draft articles, suggest edits, check plagiarism, letting writers focus more on the creative core.
And in design and art, tools like Midjourney and DLE are making image generation accessible to almost anyone, creating logos, concept art, without needing deep design skills.
Lowering the barrier to entry, as the guide says.
Yeah, and music and video production too.
Absolutely. AI tools like Udio for making original music, Synthesia for creating videos with AI avatars, they're genuinely changing how media gets made. New possibilities everywhere.
Okay, so people are probably thinking, right, I'm interested, where do I start? The guide has some good pointers in the Getting Started section.
It does. When it comes to the best AI tools out there in 2025, it highlights some key players. For advanced conversations, it mentions models like ChatGPT-5 and Google's Gemini Advanced.
The big names, known for better understanding and text generation.
Yeah, the sophisticated stuff. For productivity help that fits into your workflow, it suggests looking at tools like Notion AI or Microsoft Copilot.
Things that work within apps you already use. Summarizing, generating content.
Right inside those familiar environments. And if you're curious about cutting-edge image generation, the guide points to Midjourney V6, Stable Diffusion 3, known for really realistic, creative visuals from prompts.
Amazing what they can do. And for video.
For AI video editing and generation, it recommends checking out Runway ML and Pika Labs. That field is moving incredibly fast.
Good to know. Now, what about actually learning the fundamentals?
If you want to go deeper, the guide suggests several top AI learning platforms. Coursera is a great place to start lots of courses from top universities like Stanford and from deeplearning.ai.
Solid recommendations.
Udacity is another good one, especially their nano degrees. They're more in-depth project-based training in specific AI and ML areas.
More hands-on.
Yeah. And for people with some coding background who like a practical approach to deep learning, Fast.ai is highly recommended. Very accessible, results-focused.
Lots of options then. So as we wrap up this deep dive into AI in 2025, based on the ultimate guide, what's the main takeaway for our listeners?
I think the core message is that AI in 2025 isn't just a niche thing anymore. It's getting, more powerful, easier to access, and really woven into our lives and industries.
So understanding it isn't just for tech experts.
Not at all. It's becoming crucial for a much wider range of people.
And the guide really sums it up with 3 key points in his conclusion. First, AI is changing every industry, so you kind of need to adapt and learn about it to stay relevant.
Adaptability is key, yeah. Second, the best way to use AI isn't seeing it as a replacement for people, but as a partner. Combining AI's power with human skills like creativity, critical thinking, ethics, that's where the magic happens.
Human plus machine.
Exactly. And finally, the guide stresses that there are tons of resources out there, free and paid, that you can start using right now to begin learning about AI.
The barrier to entry for learning is lower than ever.
For sure. The guide finishes by asking if you'll be left behind or lead the revolution. But maybe a more immediate question for you listening right now is, what's just one small thing you can do today to start exploring AI? Maybe in your personal life, maybe professionally. Which tool or resource we talked about actually sparked your interest?
That's a great way to think about it. Not some huge revolution overnight. What's the first step? What catches your eye? Something to definitely think about.